Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in. Oh, that extension actually works. That's nice. I got the view count now. I got the view count added to my streams, so you can see that. Streaming a little bit earlier tonight. Thank you for the donations. These donations before I even begin streaming. Being a Bible-believing evangelical Christian, I fully support Israel rights to all of the land. I also believe in supporting Israel, but I'm radically opposed to Trump taking Gaza. Trump needs to watch his step. Trump has been a good friend to Israel, but the move will only bring trouble. I hope it's just negotiations tactic. Well, yeah, that's the hope, is to hope that it's negotiations. And I mean, this is what I would say about it. It just doesn't make a lot of sense, honestly. Based off of Trump's verbiage and what he said about Israel and Palestine in the past. I mean, the Gaza situation is so fucked anyways. I mean, how do you come to a resolution without there being a continuous war, even if you do come to an agreement, and they keep the Gaza Strip? I mean, look at the location of it. But I think the United States should definitely not take over Gaza. Definitely not take over Gaza. Why is Tulsi still not confirmed? Well, they delayed Kash Patel. I don't know if they can delay the other ones. The Democrats did. But I mean, it's total. They're getting in the way of it. It's not good what they're doing to Kash Patel. Kash Patel is going to be confirmed. They're just stalling it. The Democrats are, and they can do it for like a week. They have no power to stop it, though. Chiefs or Birds? Yeah, I think it is going to be a pretty good game. I'm hoping for a higher scoring game. I'd say the Eagles get this one. I wish the Bills and from the NFC, Lions would have been nice to see. I mean, Commanders would have been kind of funny to see in the Super Bowl as well. But it was very unlikely. Why is Tulsi still not confirmed? I don't know. It takes a while. They keep delaying it. They're children. This is the difference with Democrats, Republicans, and the biggest difference in terms of like just the biggest waste of taxpayer dollars. Think about the impeachments against Trump. There were 0 against Biden when they could have easily impeached Biden, but there was no point. I mean, but they do it against Trump because they want it on his resume. Luckily, they can't do anything against Trump because they don't have power in Congress right now. You know, they try these impeachment attempts, which are just, it's total bullshit. I mean, it would never, bipartisan, there would never be any support for it. Cash was delayed because they're still shredding papers. Yeah, they're probably trying to get everything cleaned up as quickly as possible. Delay it, delay it. And then you got Big Pharma like, delay RFK. We need 2 more weeks to sell this drug. When does the bull run start? Dude, this has got to be the bottom. You know, I saw Ethereum gas was 6 cents. I bought something on Ethereum today, and there's like no gas fee. It's kind of disappointing. That's a bottom signal when the gas fee is 6 cents. This is the bottom, guys, of the market. I mean, if you're buying right now, you're getting some great prices. I mean, it has to go up. It just has to. And I don't know. I'm okay with the U.S. taking over Gaza but not removing the population. That's just evil. Well, then they'll be held there by U.S. troops against their will. You know, that's like, that might even be worse than, I mean, it is, they say it's an ethnic cleansing. It's not an ethnic cleansing is not a genocide. It's just removing people from an area of land. But I think them staying there would probably be worse because then there would have to be troops of some kind. Will there be division and conference realignment if the NBA expands? I remember seeing something to where, yeah, there's going to be 2. I believe New Orleans will be in the East and Minnesota will be in the East. That's very likely yeah, that would make sense. And then if Seattle and Vegas get added. We all know who the real culprit is. Oh, you're talking, I mean, dude, did you hear the stuff about them saying that Ireland has to take the Palestinians and Western countries, the Israeli, I don't know. It's just not, I mean, what are you talking about? The West has to take the Palestinians, the radicalized Palestinians who hate the United States. Yeah, that's going to be good. Has to be the bottom. Yeah, it's got to be the bottom. Think about it. The Ethereum, I got it. Well, fucking Christ. What do you even go to on this bookmarks? Look at this. Ethereum gas price drops to 6 cents. This is a pure sign of the bottom. This is not cope. This has got to be the bottom. I made a purchase. I'm done. It's the bottom for sure. Bear market has started. No, there's no way. We never had a run, dude. There was no run. And really, there was not even a good run on Bitcoin. If you say 100K, that doesn't make any sense for Bitcoin to only go to 100K with this much adoption worldwide. There's no way that in this. Remember, if you believe in the 4-year cycle, Bitcoin's top is in October. Now, maybe it's a little bit earlier, but so if Bitcoin's top is in October, we've got at least 8 months left for the alts to go, because the alts will go after Bitcoin. The money will bleed into Ethereum after Bitcoin. So you still have like 5 or 6 months here to hopefully coins will start going back up. I hope Ireland doesn't do it. There's no country in the West that should be doing that. No, absolutely not. Taking in Palestinians? Should keep a list of anyone in the past who has successfully decoded Trump when he has said his most cryptic and see what they say about the Gaza stuff. Yeah, I've seen a lot of different people interpreting the Gaza stuff differently. There is a lot of cope, like, oh, this is because I think it probably is negotiations or something like that. But there's a lot of people saying, well, Netanyahu didn't know, but it's good for Netanyahu. I don't understand why people are saying that, honestly. Yeah, if they sent Palestinians to Israel, that's not a solution. It would just make it worse. The Israel ambassador to Norway said Spain, Ireland, Norway should take Palestinians because we don't support Israel. Israeli ambassador to Norway said that Spain, Ireland, and Norway should take them. How is official Trump doing? It's not doing well. I'm sure it's not doing well. It actually might be holding up from where I remember seeing it. No, it's just cascading. It's trying to find a bottom. How tall am I? I'm about 5'10". What happened to Trump's executive orders today? Well, I know it was a bunch of the trans stuff yesterday. And by the way, why are liberals still supporting that trans shit? I mean, it has no support anywhere. Benefits for the middle class, tax policy proposals aimed at providing significant tax relief to the middle class. Proposed measures include no tax on tips, senior Social Security, overtime pay, along with renewing previous middle tax cuts. That's the important one. Renewing the previous tax cuts from 2017. And the other big one in terms of crypto is the capital gains. I mean, I wonder what the capital gains is worded like exactly, because I don't know if it applies to certain memes or stuff. It's like U.S. based currency. It's like, you see the way Trump tucked in Netanyahu? Yeah, I know. I mean, that's just it's not a good look, obviously. It makes, and you think Trump is someone who cares about he cares about that type of stuff, especially with other political leaders. That's why he has those fucking wrestling matches when he shakes people's hands. But I mean, that was a really, it's like bow down. When no capital gains on crypto, yeah, that's got to be coming. Well, that needs to happen before we all cash out for this next bull run. So it needs, it needs to go into effect within some months. I mean, I don't think anyone's really going to cash out much within the next 5 or 6 months, honestly. But like by the start of 2025 or 2026, that's yeah, it is. It is 2025. Is Solana a value coin? Bitcoin is too rich for your blood. Well, I mean, Solana is very. Its market cap is absurdly high as well. But yeah, Solana, I think, will probably do better than Bitcoin. I don't know. What did Solana even fall to? Because I think the hope with Solana was maybe it goes to 1,000. So if it's around like 150 right now, maybe it's a decent. It's not going to show it there. I mean, Solana is the fifth, biggest. If you take out Tether, it's the fourth. 190. I mean, you're looking at like a 5x here, man. Honestly, maybe a 6x if you want it. I mean, it's definitely safe. Last year at this time, it was wow. Last year at this, oh no, that's my bad. Yeah, last year was a lot lower. I mean, Solana's definitely held up well. It's easier for these massive market cap coins to hold up. RB, good evening. Do you think no income tax proposal stands a chance? Well, they have to somehow make up the money, whether it's through tariffs or through cutting down on spending. It's going to be a combination of those two. But I'm not sure they're going to be able to generate enough money to get rid of that. I mean, you could do something to where you could slice it somehow. I'm not sure you can abruptly just eliminate it completely unless the tariffs are really generating. I mean, from what I saw, the tariffs would have to generate like 20 times more, which is, I guess, is not impossible if Trump goes really heavy with them. Then what? Because right now they bring in a certain amount, but it's like you need to make up $2 trillion. Now, if you limit the spending, maybe it comes down to like 1.7 trillion. I don't know if they'll be able to limit the spending. Trump's tariffs now, and now Gaza might be characterized as why should I tactic, forcing the other party to offer something. Because really, why should the U.S. do anything for Gaza? No, I agree. I think maybe it is a negotiation tactic. And listen, the whole idea of that and getting rid of Gaza in terms of like it being a Palestinian settlement or whatever the fuck you want to call it, you're just trying to eliminate future war. I mean, you do a two-state solution with the Gaza Strip being still. I mean, the Strip is destroyed anyways. Now you can say, well, the United States funded the destruction of it. Okay, but it's still destroyed. What's up, bro? Early stream. Yeah, I don't really like streaming that late, man, honestly. I want to kind of stream once we get into these better months when it's still light outside. I think that would be better. Streaming when it's still light out. And I know I need to improve my stream. I really like maybe I should do something to where I have stuff already saved and stuff. I mean, I could look at some of the stuff that I have. Yeah, you've also got this immigrants built the nation. Well, you're talking about the immigrants that built it. It was Irish and Chinese immigrants, honestly. Are you enjoying the liberal meltdown? Yeah, I think about the liberal meltdown. It's almost like, why do I even care about it? Why should we care? I mean, they're just these people they're so deluded. But who cares? They have no power. Trump has power. What does it matter what they think? You like pineapple pieces on pizza? No, I'm not a big fan of that, honestly. Pineapple with the grease and stuff, it's not great. You got Ben Stiller getting paid $4 million to have a fucking photo op with Zelensky. I wonder how how does that money get taxed exactly? U.S. aid gives Ben Stiller four. And by the way, there were other celebrities that got 12 million. Like they do these photo ops with Zelensky to influence public opinion. It really is a sheep mentality, like how the United States government operates. Oh yeah, just send in some celebrities to take some photo ops with Zelensky. I don't even understand why would the general public care if Ben Stiller is taking photos with Zelensky. So now I'm gonna get behind Zelensky because Ben Stiller took a photograph with him and he fucking had a meeting with him. Do you enjoy these or are they a chore? Well, no, I really don't. I like doing them. It's good. It normally it's good for me unless some. The funny thing is, the more views I get, the harder it becomes with the chat most of the time. So it's like a double-edged sword. You want more viewers because it, make more money that way, just from ads and everything like that. But the chat is a lot more. You can interact a lot better with the chat if there's like a less viewers with the core base. So sometimes some streams I'll randomly have like I don't know 1,000 people or 800 people, and the chat just like there's a bunch of people that don't really aren't really that big of fans. They just start saying random shit, and it's annoying. I mean, that's the way the internet is. But what are you drinking right now? A Gatorade? Yeah, I'm drinking a blue Gatorade, room temperature blue Gatorade. The problem is I end up having to pee always during these streams. Thursday night, perfect for live stream. We had some pretty crazy weather yesterday. We had a like thunder snow situation where it was thundering. Thoughts on Scott Pressler's leaked gay adult video career before he got into politics? Is that a troll? I didn't hear about that. I saw a photo with like a dude, and the dude like was like, I don't know, like a Republican influencer is like. So I have no clue, man. Is Trump 6'3"? Well, yeah, Trump was 6'3", and then old people shrank. He's like 6'2" now. The liberals think it's like this crazy thing. Oh, he's not 6'3". Yeah, it's known that old people shrink. Not these type of immigrants: Irish, Italian, Scottish, Irish, and Chinese. Yeah, and also German immigrants as well. But Irish were huge in terms of the infrastructure, the Erie Canal. So to say that Mexican immigrants, it's just no. They came later, and now it's just they're getting all the cheap work. They're getting the cheap grunt work, and now you've got videos on TikTok where you'll have these inspectors go into homes. They're just building, and these are all in like Texas suburbs. They just build these. I mean, there's like 30 homes that go up every week, and they just pump them out. It's all these Mexican workers, and the homes are built like shit. I will say, dude, I think some of the homes, and because I saw this one page on Instagram Reels, or maybe it was YouTube Shorts, and it's just this dude who's like a realtor in a suburb of Texas. They have some pretty damn nice brand new houses for like 400K or like 500K, and you look at the house, and I would assume it's like, all right, that's like 1.2 million, 1.1 million. I mean, it depends where you live, but I was pretty impressed at like the prices of them. Honestly, I was like, that seems pretty low. You got like a 5 bedroom house. Do you drink coffee? Not anymore now. My contacts are like messed up. Less than 1K illegals are deported every day. That's less than 1.5 million over 4 years. If Trump gets his way, over 2 million Palestinians will be deported. Shows where his allegiance is like. Yeah, but you have to understand how the deportation process works with who they're targeting right now. The numbers undoubtedly will get better. They have to get better because they'll start widening the net on who they're deporting. I mean, I don't know how much better they'll get, but Trump, they will start deporting 2,000 people per day, 3,000 people per day. It's inevitably going to happen. It's based off of who they're trying to get right now. Eventually, they will widen the net and just start deporting people. I mean, they said this was their plan. Do you eat meat? Yeah, of course. Is this your full-time job or do you have other sources of income? Well, my only other source would have been, well, I mean, investing is, I guess, a source of income, but it's not really a job. My only other source really would have been Rumble. Like, I'm doing my taxes, and my only sources are like YouTube and Rumble. But even the Rumble, I just stopped uploading on there because it's just really odd. The views are just really weird. Like how you get views on each video, and it's just so different. And silly Democrats already trying to impeach Trump. Yeah, of course they have to. They have no power to do anything. So it's all complete bullshit. If they draft any like impeachment papers, it's such a waste of taxpayer money. You can't do anything. And there's no bipartisan support of anything like that either. Like it's the same TDS stuff that we saw, and now it's times 100 because now you've got EDS, Elon syndrome as well. How's my crypto portfolio? I mean, it's down. I mean, it's really down, like a lot of people. I mean, the alts have gotten destroyed. But this has got to be, this is the bottom. There was a bottom signal, but there's bottom signals all over the place. So this will be the last bottom, and we'll start seeing a pretty big run. Are you in support of the Gaza plan? I'm not in support of U.S. owning any land in the Middle East. I think it's a terrible idea. But I don't think this plan is really what Trump actually wants, honestly. I think he is trying to bring the Palestinians and the Israelis to the negotiating table, and there'll have to be some type of deal. I think Trump wants there to be a deal under his watch. I think that's for sure. But the U.S. owning land there and being involved in the Middle East with Israel is like definitely not what we want. But I mean, I think Trump just wants that war to end. You need a sponsorship? Yeah, I don't really like doing any of that, man, honestly. I mean, I've been offered a lot of stuff, and I just don't even read it because I'm not really a big fan of, like, reading sponsors. It just sounds... Can you grow out your beard for the chat to analyze? I actually shaved it today. No, it wouldn't be a good idea for me to grow it out. I need like a fucking beard transplant, bro, honestly. Or some guys get more growth in their late 20s, so maybe that'll happen. But I did like a beard transplant, seriously. But I'm not gonna fucking do that. Did you know Netanyahu is Polish? Yes. Thoughts on the Melania coin down 90% from the peak? Yeah, I mean, it doesn't surprise me. What did it go under? I mean, all these coins are just getting destroyed. It's what is it? The problem with this coin is it's like we don't even know what the actual. We have no clue on the vesting schedule because it was wrong. The vesting schedule originally was wrong. I don't know, man. I don't really think it's worth it. I don't think it's worth it. I think there's way better coins that have better communities. This is not. This is just Melania Trump doesn't even know anything about crypto, and it's just it's not worth the squeeze. Let's just say that the juice is not worth the squeeze when it comes to a coin like this. Don't you think it's kind of strange how measured and calm the Hamas response to Trump's Gaza plan was compared to other countries? I mean, I didn't even see their response, honestly, which probably means, yeah, it was pretty calm because if they would have said something, it would have made the news more. Um, I don't know. Maybe they think it's a negotiation tactic as well. Because, I mean, obviously that would be terrible for them. It, GTA 6 still on track for 2025. I know the earnings call. Yeah, I saw that. The earnings call. Thoughts on Cardano? My biggest bag for this bull run, and I think the ecosystem is. Yeah, man. Honestly, I mean, you can do whatever you want. I would not be invested in Cardano. I mean, Cardano is an older coin. If you bought it in 2020, congrats. But nowadays, I don't see. I guess it would depend on when you got in. Maybe if you got in at 12 bill, but even that, I think there's better plays, man. But listen, if you want to be safer about it, when I came back into crypto, I was looking at Cardano and then I quickly moved on from it. I think it's like a normie coin, but I understand if you're more safe and you're more like used to the stock market and stuff like that, this would definitely be a good coin because you could very easily get like a. I mean, you would love at least for it to get to 100 billion if it reached 88 billion. The problem is there's more money there's more coins in the market, so I don't know if it's going to reach its all-time high again. I mean, ideally it would go to at least 100 billion, which is a 4x from here. Do you think that Otani didn't know about his interpreter and the 17 million? I think there's so much bullshit with sports. Like, dude, MLB, even it like so. This is the thing. I don't know. I didn't read enough into that story, but it seemed like MLB just brushed it under the rug. They're not going to risk ruining Otani's reputation, who generates them. I mean, MLB is not mainstream. They haven't been mainstream. They're too boring for it. So they finally get someone like Otani, who just makes them a shit ton of money from another country. They're like, hell no. There's going to be no scandal here. They just destroy the scandal. And the interpreter, yep, it was me. But I don't know. Maybe it was the interpreter. But and then you've also got the Luka Doncic trade. It's a joke, man. They just made him trade. I mean, it's there's no way that was a legitimate trade. Come on, like you don't trade a 25-year-old top 3 overall player who wants to sign a supermax for a 31-year-old injury-prone center. It's a joke. No matter who wins, the same people stay in charge. Well, yeah, I think it's pretty discouraging when you've got a visual of Trump pulling a chair out for Netanyahu to sit in. Like, oh, I mean, it's just a horrible look. And we'll see what Trump does with this plan. Wow, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the nice comments. GTA 6 is going to be overhyped like Cyberpunk. Well, Cyberpunk was a good game. It just wasn't done when they released it, and that's why there were so many bugs in it. Cyberpunk improved significantly when they released updates. Yeah, people are pissed off because whenever you like AliExpress and all those cheap Chinese places, apparently it's like because of these Trump tariffs, it's $32 extra to ship it to the United States. There's some type of thing that Trump put on now. It's like a temporary hold on shipments, so they have to use a different shipping service that you can't use USPS now to ship from China to the United States. So it's an extra $32. Luca trade was to save the ratings. Yeah, I mean, think about it. There was so much desperation. They had horrible ratings. and the Lakers are about to be the Lakers. You know, Adam Silver's like LeBron. He gets ratings. We have to get him in the finals. We have to at least get him in the conference finals. Thoughts on SPX 6900? Yeah, I think it's a great buying window, man. I think it's a great buying opportunity. But the thing is, I'm still not buying it because it's like, you know, it's just too high in terms of market cap for me. But I still think, man, it's at six. You said it was at six. Yeah, you're right. It is at 600 million. I thought you said 660. 600 million to 40 billion, dude. That's no joke. That's no joke. That's like a 70x. I mean, I don't know if it'll go to 40 billion, but that's a legit. That's legit. But I like that this is down this far because you know this is as bearish as it's gonna get for the next months. 64 cents to $40. I mean, it's possible, honestly, dude. Not financial advice. So what happens to Doge after Trump's term? Does Elon still control it? Well, what I heard was that they were going to dismantle Doge before Trump's term ended because they wanted to clean everything out. And before that, I don't know what would happen to it, but I heard they wanted to end it before Trump's term ended because they just wanted to just clean everything, all of the waste out. But how about how bad liberals are now? All of their corruption, all of their money laundering. You look things up, it's like, oh yeah, we paid $63 million for an infrastructure gas station in friggin' Antarctica, and we surveyed the land and we couldn't do it. So where'd the money go? That went to Act Blue. No. Greenland is ours. We got to get some Greenland news, man. That's really we don't need Gaza. We need Greenland. Greenland, not Gaza. I should have tweeted that out. Why are NBA ratings so terrible? It's because the game is just horribly watered down. The players, they take personal, they rest, they don't play half the games. It's a joke. But honestly, I think it's because there's too much scoring. There's just way too much scoring. They should have just moved the 3-point line back. You need to do something. There's just too many games into the 130s. It's a joke of a product. Trump is doubling down on crypto and AI with Stargate. Well, there was a lot of pushback on that Stargate AI plan with Altman. Doge is only supposed to be 18 months, I think, he said, but who knows? Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's just tentative. Nobody really knows the exact. Let's take a look at this coin. I don't think I've ever bought a coin on ADA. This coin's on ADA. Yeah. Man, it's had a hell of a year, that's for sure. Yeah, it'll probably do very well, I would imagine. I mean, 300 million though. I think Mog is around 300 million. How do you move the line back without widening the corner? I think you can move it back slightly. Yeah, you can move back slightly, and players, very slightly. Or you might just have to widen the court. Yeah, why not just widen the courts very slight? You just slightly widen everything, I think. What did you mean about the Luka trade? I mean, it was very clear the NBA forced that. It doesn't make any sense. And look at the GM. He's like out there. The poor GM of the Mavs is like, trying to explain it. He's like, my life is over. What happened to Popcat? Are you in Popcat? Popcat's getting crushed, man. I saw. Yeah, Popcat has got. But look at Peanut. Peanut's gotten destroyed as well. Oh my goodness, dude. Dude, this is a problem. It fully retraced. Yeah, that's not what you want to see. It it broke at least like a 8-month low, 9-month low. Man, dude, I can't believe that could happen during a bull run. You're waiting for Baron coin? Yeah, I don't think he's gonna do that. I think Baron probably made a bunch of money off of his dad's coin, and that's probably that. You launch a coin, it's kind of scummy. I guess if anyone should do it, it would be Baron because he's younger and people would just not care. But really, the last thing we need is that to happen because that would just make it even worse. Do you use Coinly? Yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to use that tax service. Honestly, it's annoying, but I'll just have to use that as a report. I would say use one of those tax services, the crypto ones where you just put in your wallets and then they do it for you. If Doge keeps finding the wasteful spending, it will be kept for a long time. Yeah, I mean, and I would like to see a full report on everything. I would like to see a presentation on all the wasteful spending. I think it's important to outline things and allow for people to see things and present it properly, you know. It is an information war. Give the people the information on how bad the spending has been, and especially the Democrat spending. Especially if this is true about the political money going all to Democrats. Bitcoin is a boomer investment. Oh, no, 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 absolutely. 100% Bitcoin's a boomer investment now. This is the problem, dude. These same people that are obsessed with buying Bitcoin at 100K would call you a loser and an idiot for buying a scam when Bitcoin was $20. And I'm not saying these meme coins are good, but I'm just saying like the idea you have to take risks if you really want to make money. If you're buying Bitcoin right now, I mean, I would recommend stocks over Bitcoin. And it's nothing against Bitcoin. Maybe Bitcoin's got a blow off top in it. Maybe it goes to 500K. It's just not likely based off of its past cycles to go to 500K. It's likely to hopefully go to like 250K. Hopefully. How's life treating me? It's fine, man. The winter. We had a pretty warm day. It was pretty nice, honestly. Pretty like 50-degree day a few days ago. I think on Monday. When was Trump's prime? What, as a politician? Well, I mean, right now, obviously, Trump is gonna. He better be doing better than he did his first term, just because he has the experience and now he's got the people in place, and at least the Congress has been de-rhinified, if you could say that, a little bit. There's still a bunch of rhinos and just normal establishment conservatives, but it's a different environment than it was his first term, so you can get a lot more done, hopefully. You're poor? I don't think I'm poor, bro. I mean, I guess it depends. It depends what you would classify as poor, but I don't think so. When will Bitcoin hit 1 million? It's gonna be hard, man. It's gonna take widespread adoption. Maybe it's next cycle it'll hit 1 billion. Maybe in 20. I don't know. Maybe we won't have 4-year cycles anymore because it's just adopted by the United States as a reserve. but they keep blocking all of his executive orders. Yeah, but it still is better than it was in the first term. And a lot of those, some of those orders are going to get through. Like, the country has shifted to the right. I mean, you can tell just based off of, I do like when CNN does these polls where they polled people in 2016 or, 2018, whenever, and then you compare it to where it is today, and like every issue has shifted to the right. And you understand and you note why that is. It's because whether people want to admit it or not, the Biden administration was too far left for the country. And the way that we know that is because when you poll people on issues like immigration from 2017, 2018 to where they are now, the country is more right wing. So they've reacted to the Biden policies in a negative way, which forces the country more right wing. And obviously, it also, I mean, another good example is just Trump winning the popular vote, which is something that really no one thought was going to happen. Talk about, yeah, that coin's getting destroyed as well. Well, I never really understood this coin. This coin's holding up better, at least a little bit. I don't know, man. This coin was at 4 billion. It's under 1 billion now. I can't believe this coin reached 4 billion. What even is the meme? It doesn't even make sense. You got actual good memes that don't do shit, and then this coin goes to... When do you see alt season resuming? Well, I think we'll bottom out. And with crypto, it normally takes a little bit of time. Once you bottom out, there's a little bit, but this is different because this is more of accumulation. It's not a crypto winter. So the actual alt season is not going to happen until towards the end of the year, but we're going to start seeing coins running again within months. Give it a few months. It's going to, into the spring, coins will start running again, but it's going to take a little bit of time for them to get out of this. But this is not a crypto winter. If it was like we just had a bull run, then yeah, we would be looking at it would be the depths of hell. I mean, hopefully people would have gotten out. Whole milk or 2%. My family had 2%. I remember whole milk is like it's I don't know, man, because I was so used to 2%, and I remember my mom got whole milk once from Costco, and I was like, I could barely drink it. The IRS was nuts under Trump's first term. I wonder how. Well, didn't Trump fire all those? He reassigned the IRS employees, which is certainly good. What was it, 87,000 IRS employees got reassigned that Biden hired? Will crypto be investigated without paying taxes? Well, you do have to. I mean, you do have to report it, especially if you make a lot. But I mean, I would imagine there's less manpower with the IRS. I'm working on my taxes, and I'm talking to my tax people, and they're saying the IRS has a lot less manpower now. Put dentist in your budget. Yeah. Well, what do people do nowadays? I mean, my teeth they're not bad. I never had braces or anything. I'm pretty happy. When I was younger, they were like, "Well, your teeth are like a B plus or something like a B." I'm like, there's all these kids, they got these contractions in their mouth. It's like, just avoid that. I mean, I do have this one little spot, so now it's like, when you're older and you have decent enough teeth, but you don't have perfect teeth, and now all these people that had shitty teeth have better teeth than you, and because you didn't do anything about it. But it's, I'm not going to put contraptions in my mouth. It's not worth it. When do you expect prices to go down? I'm expecting April to be a month that the economy explodes. Yeah, well, it's going to explode under Trump. It'll explode probably in the summer, I would imagine. Look at this woman trying to cope. this woman's saying, "Oh my goodness, all you MAGA people said that Trump was so bad, and you're admitting that Trump is terrible." Lady, you're just making stuff up. What are you talking about? This is what these people do. They're like, "We told you so, MAGA." MAGA likes what Trump is doing. I don't know what you're talking about outside of this Israel situation, but I think that's a negotiation tactic. We told you so. Doge coin. What even is that? There's like too many of those coins now. Doge Caucus. You see that coin? You said Trump needs to do scorched earth day one, and he's doing just that. Yeah, he is. Yeah, Trump's not getting impeached. It's not going to happen. There's no bipartisan support. There's no Congress power for Democrats. It's they're little 5-year olds, and anything Trump does that they don't like, they have to try and impeach him over it. That's basically it. Gaza should be turned into the world district. Yeah, that's the idea of what a bunch of different countries combining to invest in the area. I mean, I can understand that, honestly, I can, but there's going to end up being some animosity with the Palestinians being forced out. I mean, there just is. And so, what, the United States gets blamed for that as an extension of Israel? You waste too much time on reaction stuff. Yeah, I mean, you kind of have to do it, though. I have to make videos, honestly, dude. Plus, those videos tend to do pretty well. I mean, I don't even know. I feel like I don't even do many videos like that, but I understand what you're saying. This is the worst the Democrats have been. Yeah, well, they just keep one upping them. So have you seen Reddit? Reddit is a mental ward. You know, they've got a new subreddit now. I think it's called "We Have to Do Something." Is that the subreddit? And it's like them trying to like they're gonna try and storm the Capitol, or I'm not even kidding you. This is what like these people are. And but the thing is it's all like their alter online egos. You know, they never act like it in real life, and half of it's fake. But Trump didn't really tell us where the drones were. Yeah, no, obviously they didn't tell us. Unfortunately, they said it was testing, and some of them were not even from the government. They were like citizens, but I don't think it really makes much sense. I mean, I wasn't in New Jersey, so I don't know how the drone scene is. You know, are there normally a bunch of drones out that are as big as those were? They were obviously doing something. I don't know, but they probably told Trump, "You're not allowed to say anything because this is for public safety," or so. I don't know. BB gave Trump a golden pager. Yeah, I saw that. I don't know what that is, man. I know they get demonetized, but I binged watched all your 9/11 stuff. Well, I appreciate that, man. Yeah, I got another 9/11 video coming out. It's just a little kind of weird things that happened right before 9/11 within the Twin Towers. And like all the stuff that Bush was told, and I mean, he got a briefing on it in September. It's just interesting to look back on that stuff. Trump mentioned it was U.S. drones, assuming it's classified. He can't say much. Yeah, that was an obvious it's classified type answer. Do you use Facebook or Instagram or TikTok? I really don't use much. Maybe Instagram a little bit. TikTok, I don't think I have an account on TikTok, honestly. Maybe I do that. I think I might have tried posting a few clips on TikTok because as a creator, you try and post on other platforms. It's supposed to help you, but the pager is a death threat. I mean, that's what that's the connotation of it. It's like it's a strange gift. Good video idea is oil Keystone who blew up Nord Stream. Would really be keen on some updates on drilling. Yeah, I haven't heard much on that. The only thing I heard about in relation to drilling was Biden banned offshore drilling on the Gulf of Mexico. So Trump changed. I mean, I don't know, but they were like Trump changed the name of it to the Gulf of America, so now they can do it. I'm not sure if that's how it works, but I don't know. I think it is changed on Google Maps. It's now called the Gulf of America. I can't believe Trump called Schumer a Palestinian. Yeah, I saw that. He was like the Palestinians and people like he's like the Palestinians, people like Schumer. He said that in the tweet. Thoughts on Trump wanting a nuclear deal with Iran? Well, he doesn't want them to get any nuclear weapons, but it's the prototypical stuff with the Middle East and a nuclear bomb, weapons of mass destruction. It's Iran. I think is the biggest worry. I mean, we get a literal 2.0 of the Iraq War in 2003 if something happens to Trump because of Iran, and then all the conspiracies start. Oh my goodness! But that's the last thing that we want. Make a video on the only guy who was unalived on New York City outside of the attack on 9/11. Are you talking about the guy that died from a fallen jumper? Once Trump's hold cabinet is confirmed, that's when the real party starts. Yeah, that's when we're gonna start getting a lot more updates too. When the whole cabinet is in, because it's gonna be like Patel, Tulsi, RFK Jr. Yeah, GTA 6 confirmed so far for fall of 2025. I'm guessing NBA is doing their All Star picks. They're doing the All Star election bullshit. I mean, what even is this stuff that's trending? Like USAID staff slashed to 294. They had 14,000 workers, employees. Have you ever thought have I ever considered making videos on other disasters besides 9/11 and the Titanic? Yeah, I mean, I'd have to. I guess I'd have to think of what would be an ideal one to do. I don't. I probably thought of a few different ones. I don't know. I mean, I could still probably do more 9/11 videos, honestly. Thoughts on building an Iron Dome for America? I mean, building a missile defense system, makes total sense just based off of the problem is those, I'm not sure how well they defend against hypersonic missiles. I think it's kind of hard, but if it helps like ease people's minds, it does make sense to be proactive with some type of defense system. Trump will be at the Super Bowl. Yeah, I saw that. I can't believe it's the Chiefs again, so we have to deal with Taylor Swift. What is this, like the third straight year? Yeah, it is the third straight year. But I think this is the second time Taylor Swift has been there. It's Do you think the deported migrants will come back? I think putting them in jails would be more effective. What do you? Well, I mean, that the whole point is to secure the border, so they're not allowed in the country. They need to be turned away at the border. Whether or not I mean, putting them in jails where though in El Salvador for them just being illegals, I'm not sure you can really do that, man. You really don't want to have to jail all these people because then it becomes it's just an annoying thing. Just get them out of the country and don't let them back in. I mean, that's the thing. It's like we need the border fully secured to where there's no entry points at all. And that Trump has the ability that the American people have given him the political leverage to say we need major investment. Because remember, back in 2017, liberals didn't want to spend the money in Congress to, build the wall. Because he originally said Mexico was going to pay for it. So it was a fight. I don't even think they started building the wall until like 2018. Wasn't particularly wise from Trump to say that if he got assassinated, Iran would get attacked. Could be seen as an opportunity for the one or another. Well, he didn't even say that. He said they would be obliterated, and he left instructions that would utterly obliterate Iran. But dude, him saying that doesn't surprise me because he's talking about his own assassination. Like, I understand what you're saying, but either way, no matter what happens, if something happens to Trump and it's in the official story is Iran, we know what everyone's gonna say. It's not like this is an Iraq, the Trump would be treated as the, huge event like 9/11 to go into the Middle East and destabilize it. I mean, hopefully nothing happens to him, but him saying that doesn't surprise me because he's talking about his own death. So obviously he wants to prevent anyone from trying to do that. So he put out a threat. But I think no matter what, even if he didn't say that, it would be the exact same reaction from the United States and from many of these MAGA. And look, obviously, if something happened to Trump, you would want to definitely get whoever did it. But it's this weird thing. Like, why are they so obsessed with killing Trump? What is that I just find that odd that keeps going around. Border prevention is key. Well, what I'm thinking is you expand the border down a little bit, and it's a deep, and it's a zone. So now you build two walls with a zone in the middle. That's what I would say. But people want to make Mexico a puppet state, which I mean, we just don't have enough time under Trump to do all of this. I just hope Trump gets Greenland, and really, in terms of territory, I would just want Greenland because I think Greenland's realistic. When it comes to Panama, I don't know if Panama. I don't think Panama is really worth it. The only thing you need to do in Panama is get the Chinese to sell all their ports surrounding it. You already got them to not renew that contract with China. I'm not sure it's really worth it. I mean, I would like to get control of the canal, but is it really worth doing the whole blockade and everything like that, and the world and this uncertainty? Do you think closing off access to dark money and corrupt schemes damages Democrats in blue states? If so, by how much? What do you mean this dark money with the U.S. aid stuff? I mean, I have no clue how much of their funding operation was through this. It just depends. I mean, they always spend way more than Republicans every single election cycle, which is crazy that it never gets talked about. It is crazy, like, how little about campaign spending do you have to how little knowledge of campaign spending do you have to sit up there and talk about Elon Musk spending 120 million or whatever? Democrats every single election cycle vastly outspend Republicans. So if you're concerned about Elon Musk being the world's richest man and bringing corruption in, the Democrats are 10 times worse. How is that even an argument? That should just get shot down immediately. JD Vance will send troops to Mexico once he's president in 2028. To do what? I mean, sending troops is different. I think they would have special military operations to take out cartel leaders. I don't know if they'd send it. It would be special forces. Maybe they would send troops to the border to make sure nothing happens. You're right. If they end up doing that, you would have to definitely secure the entire border. I mean, it's a major project, though. I think Trump will be okay with nothing will happen to him with Iran. They won't mess with them. I mean, yeah, I know that's I don't see why they would do anything. Fight the cartels. I know, but it's like, do you really want to make a huge investment? Does Trump really want to make a huge investment into doing that? You've only got 4 years. I mean, I guess you could. Trump's trying to get so many things done, but he's got the big ones on the top of the docket, the wars. So if you can get the wars done, and then you talk about other things, and maybe that's one of them. That's like an extension after you solve the two wars, and then you focus maybe on the cartel situation, eliminating that. I mean, it's like a thread of the needle, though. Look how scared Russia and China are. Nobody wants to fuck with Trump. Yeah, the only thing I saw China doing was they sent retaliation tariffs against the United States, which is irrelevant for when it comes to that. I mean, Trump only had a 10% tariff on them. Iran is overrated. Every Middle Eastern country is overrated, dude. The fact that there's this just fascination with the Middle East, and we always have to talk about it 24/7, is just very annoying. With Trump firing all of the CDC staff, do you think they'll cause an outbreak of some disease in 2026 and try and blame it on him? Well, we still don't know the exact situation with dude. It's like it's so crazy how this stuff works. The China virus and stuff, and they said that was racist, and we don't know where it came from, and it ended up being 1,000%. You know, I guess created in a lab in Wuhan, and they don't get any blame for it. The Chinese don't, killing millions of people. And we know who funded the testing of that. But I mean, you're right. They could start something and then say, "Well, it's Trump's dumbass fault for not having the CDC and things like." I know, but if there is another thing that happens under Trump, we know it's for sure they did it, because that would be two different things happening under Trump. Crazy viruses happening under Trump. It's all bullshit. They released it. I mean, COVID was once in a century. They said. Did you see the nuke Ethan Klein dropped on Hassan? Yeah, dude. I mean, those videos on YouTube, when a video like that goes out, it's definitely hour and a half long video. Dude, the best part of that video was because I never watch Hassan or anything. but he's like looking at this terrorist group within, fighting for Palestine or whatever, the Houthis, and it's like these guys, they look like they've got like the IQ combined of like 40, and they're doing like this weird dance, and he's like, oh, it's so impressive. It's like the dumbest shit imaginable. He's like stroking his cock, like, look at these terrorists dancing, and he's got this black guy next to him, and this black guy like doesn't know what's going on. He's like, oh, we're watching a terrorist video here. It's a propaganda video, and the black guy's like, oh, yay. Oh man. Would you ever interview Elon on live stream? Yeah, I got Elon's number. I'll have to call him up and get him. Why did Vivek drop out of Trump's cabinet? Because Vivek had issues with the H-1Bs and has got a lot of pushback for that. So they said it probably wouldn't be. I mean, honestly, it's kind of weird. I thought there was no way they would drop him. They would just try and let it calm down, but I guess there's no fixing Palestine. Trump's idea of a DMZ is the best you've heard. Yeah, but not headed by the United States. Over under 7 dumb Taylor Swift camera shots, probably over. They'll probably do 4 before the game even starts. Whatever happened to Walls? I saw Walls put out a tweet. It actually went really. I mean, I think the DNC has got to be botting this shit. There's no way these like this dude gets. I mean, who are these people? Like, this almost gets 1 million likes. Elon Musk is a terrible president. Bathroom needs a refill. Talking about the tampons in the bathroom. But yeah, that's the only thing I've seen from Walls recently. One of his college interns puts out a tweet for him like this. Ugh. Probably someone within the DNC. The DNC is like they probably all control their accounts and just it's all fucking botted likes. It's Do you make money from X? No, I don't. I don't even think I have the views on X to get with the partner program, you know. But X was never like. There are people that are good at X, I guess. I don't think I'm really one of them, or I don't know. I just never had much traction on it. Vivek left to run for governor. I mean, that doesn't really make a lot of sense, honestly. Why would you jazz up something for so long and like, oh, we're gonna be, we're gonna head the government efficiency, and then I don't know, man. Maybe it was just because of that. But I mean, the Department of Government Efficiency isn't even supposed to last that long, anyways. And you'd think Vivek being in a prime spot would help his run, and keep him in the spotlight and would make him a better candidate for Ohio, but I don't know. Gaza will be the new Dubai. Yeah, I heard people saying that. Elon Musk wasn't even president. Well, yeah, it's a joke. It's like Elon Musk. I mean, I guess they're really not saying that anymore. It's more of an Israel thing, controlling Trump. Although I guess that's not really a left wing opinion. I guess the left still thinks Musk controls, but Trump says U.S. will take responsibility to remove all unexploded bombs from Gaza. Why us? Yeah, I mean, I think my guess is, did you see what Trump said today? He said there's not going to be U.S. troops there. My guess is that Trump is just doing this as a negotiation, I would hope. But it really shouldn't be the United States cleaning up that fucking strip. Yeah, I saw the efficiency coin and how low it was. I mean, it depends, dude. Like for me, I honestly, I think it's a good entry point. I do because like it's still going to be a huge storyline this year. You can't even. I forgot you can't even. It's still going to be a big storyline. Yeah, I mean it's a good price, man. It is. It is a good price, but it's I have my own coins. I mean I could understand if someone bought it though, because it's a good entry point. Do you think the Epstein files will finally come out? They're saying Cash Patel is going to leak everything. Well, I'm not sure. It's up to Patel, honestly. I'm not. I wonder the amount of big people involved with that have power. And I know Trump's in now, so it's better, and so you think it'd be leaked. But I know Trump's been a little bit timid on that, and I don't think it has anything to do with Trump. I think it's probably people within that realm. So I don't know. How did you get Elon's number? You got to be kidding. Yeah, Elon, he's a big fan. Elon will be coming on, and we'll be doing some videos. Guys, that was a joke. I mean, it is. I actually, I like. I'm happy that you guys. I think I have Elon's number. It was a joke. Thoughts on term limits? I mean, I think everyone agrees with term limits, but except the people in power. Everyone agrees with term limits, but the people actually deciding, unfortunately. But eventually the pendulum will swing enough. There'll be enough young people in the Senate. It's crazy to realize that Tim Walz is younger than LeBron. Imagine Tim Walz is Tim Walz is like 6 months younger than LeBron. Tim Walz does look really old for his age. Do you think Trump is on the Epstein list? No, I don't. No, I seriously, I genuinely don't. I think there's other people implicated in it though, and it becomes complicated for Trump. Can you ask Elon if I could borrow $20? Yeah, he could see. I know one of his Ethereum wallets. I'll just send you some Ethereum if you want. I mean, these gas prices are so low. We got to take advantage of this. You get like 6%, 6 cents per trade right now. This is a bottom signal. NASA just announced there's a 2.4% chance of a gigantic asteroid wiping out all of Earth like the dinosaurs will hit in 2032. Well, that seems impossible. Wouldn't we know about it before then? Don't they map out asteroids like hunt decades in advance? Yeah, that's just saying NASA asteroid. 2.3% chance of an asteroid striking Earth in 2032, up from 1.9% yesterday. Is there something? Yes, yes. There's something you can do. There's something they would try and do to stop it. Send a nuclear bomb at it. Well, this is more important than the asteroid. NASA is now removing pronouns from employees' team bios. Have you ever watched Zoomer Historian? Yeah, I've seen some of his stuff. Some of it is good. Some of it is maybe not the proper context. Would you ever leave the U.S. because of demographics problem? Well, it's not the U.S. is so big and we have so many states. It's not. I mean, you leave certain cities because of demographic problems, but there's other states that are fine. Will Nasdaq 420 hold? When will Nasdaq 420 hold a $10 million floor? Yeah, that's unfortunate. What happened to it? I mean, everything got crushed though. What are you gonna do? A $10 million floor. I don't know, man. It needs to have another run back up, and then honestly, I thought it had a better floor than this. I thought its floor was around 4 million, but it might be around 2 million. Hopefully, I mean, I made a nice, I got a decent amount of it. Hopefully, it does well. Thoughts on Dayton, Cincy area? I never been there. I've heard Dayton's a shithole though in general. I mean, Cincy is one of the big three cities. It's also got some serious problems. I mean, all these major cities are gonna have certain problems with homeless and crime. I mean, it's just. You think Josh Shapiro, the Jew from Pennsylvania, will be the Democratic nominee in 28? Yeah, I don't think so, man. It doesn't seem like Shapiro's really. They might put him on as a VP. I don't think they're gonna pick Shapiro. I understand why though, because Pennsylvania and how important it is. If a coin is named after a concept, does that mean it's linked to its perceived success? Well, it's more so if it's in the news. You know what I'm saying? Like Department of Government Efficiency. If it's in the news a ton, there's odds that the coin's probably going to do pretty well. I mean, it's not exact science though. The Midwest is too cloudy. Yeah, the Midwest is pretty cloudy, man. Do you think the Supreme Court will change the law about citizenship because Trump's executive order got blocked by? Yeah, well, I think it. From what I interpret, all they have to do is send it to the Supreme Court, and then they're going to reinterpret the birthright citizenship, and it's going to they're going to be able to change it because Republicans have the Supreme Court, and they can reinterpret what the amendment means because it's an interpretation based thing. So I think it can happen. I mean, obviously they were going to block it, right? They're going to say it's you can't do this. But if it goes to the Supreme Court, I believe they can reinterpret it's the 14th Amendment. Stephen A. Smith versus Kamala Harris. Yeah, I saw Stephen A. Smith. Dude, it is funny, like with what Trump has done. Like all these people think they can run for political office. I mean, to me, Stephen A. Smith has just said the most like mainstream talking point. Like, I'm not even sure how much he knows about politics. But the thing is, with Trump winning, now all these other people that are, I mean, they all want a chance at it. It's just a bunch of random people. I mean, the Democrats, I think it would be, I think Jon Stewart would be better. It just makes too much sense, but I don't know if he wants to do it. Did you hear that the Coast Guard admiral who was fired had to be forcefully evicted from her house? No, I didn't hear that. I didn't hear about that. When they fired her, was it a DI situation? Trump should end income tax because it's unconstitutional. The problem is the government's bloated itself, and we have a reliance on income tax now, so it has to be replaced with something. Maybe it will be tariffs, but you're gonna need a lot of tariffs. You're gonna laugh if Stephen A. runs for president. I mean, it's these people they're obsessed with fame. They've got this obsession. It's just you don't enjoy paying taxes. Yeah, I've got a big tax bill myself because of the way YouTube does it. Pay off Fed debt before removing income tax. I know, but for Trump, it would be better to remove it ASAP because it would make him so likable. I know what you're saying, though. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for this live stream. Scroll John Rocker's feed. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. There's so many people that are like that now, though, man. That's mainstream. That thinking is mainstream at this point. Stop spending tax money on stupid stuff. Well, according to Doge, they're spending it on democratic causes here. They're spending our tax money on stuff to elevate Democrats and their chances of winning. Thoughts on stablecoins? Yeah, I'm really high on USDC. I'm really high on Tether. I think it's gonna do some great things. No, man, I like USDC more than Tether. I don't know why. I'm probably gonna try and film something tonight, but I don't know if I'll upload it. I'm not gonna upload anything tonight. I gotta do a video on something involving September 11th. I think I'll do a video on that. Mog, dude, I do like Mog. I don't know. Did Mog reach another low? Dude, Mog is down to 300. Yeah, I mean these are great entry. I mean this is kind of bearish though. No, it hasn't. It hasn't.